and welcome to the final installment of the Basic Sentence Pattern Notes brought to you by your intrepid host, Mr. Duffy. Again, remember, date it in your notebook for your organizational purposes. So the final sentence pattern, a BSP5, is a compound sentence. We're going to take two 1.5s and smush them together. This is used more as a stylistic approach to writing. You want to give your reader a little bit of a break, but not a whole lot of a break. We'll talk about that in a second. So, like I said, it's two 1.5s put together. So we have a noun capitalized, as always, plus an action word, again, AW if you prefer, plus a detail, comma, and a noun plus action word, right, plus a detail. Two things I would like you to highlight in this sentence is the comma and the word and. Now I'm going to highlight these two, but you don't necessarily have to. You may if you wish for a visual cue later on. So we've underlined the two nouns because in a sentence pattern 5, you have two different subjects in the same sentence. And when you do that, you must add a comma and an and. Okay? This gives the reader the idea that I'm not really done reading the sentence just yet. There's still a little bit more work for me to do, but they're somehow related. For this sentence, you also want to be careful that you don't write something that doesn't make sense. You can, again, make a sentence pattern 5 that technically works because it fulfills the noun action detail comma and noun action detail. But if it's a sentence like the plane flew overhead and my typewriter broke, that doesn't work. You're leaving the reader scratching their head trying to think about what you're saying. That's not good writing. To challenge and engage the reader, that's good writing. To make them stop and think, wait a minute, what? That's not good writing. So an example is the rain fell, comma, and my car got washed. So we have the rain, which, and I'll put the highlighter tool on. The rain and my car. You have subject 1, subject 2. In the same sentence, you need to use the comma and the and. That gives the reader the idea that this whole sentence has something to do with it. You've got two different subjects. It's a compound sentence, if you will. And that brings us to close of all the sentence patterns.